So let's just finish the remaining body systems. Another structure that present on your face beneath the respiratory system or your nose is your mouth, which is part of our digestive system, which starts from the mouth and ends at the anus. A lot of organs and structures are involved in keeping the system functioning. As you can see, these are the organs involved. You can have more knowledge about them in our later videos, so be sure to subscribe, everyone. But now I'm just going to describe a preview about how digestive system works. First of all, the food you eat is grinded by your teeth and mixed with saliva in your mouth, and then it passes the mouth and underlying respiratory system when swallowing. It then reaches the stomach by passing within the esophagus, and the stomach grinds and mixes it with HCl or hydrochloric acid and other digestion fluids to break down molecules, in which the nutrients from the molecules are absorbed mainly through the villi in the small intestine, while most of the water content are absorbed through the large intestine. Then the waste will be excreted through the rectum to the anus and to the outside environment. So in that way, the body absorbs nutrients it needs from the food we eat. So these are the functions of the digestive system. You can learn further more about them. And these are the common diseases on the doctor's list. You might have noticed that some organs like pancreas and livers are also involved in the digestive system in terms of secretion. These organs together forms the endocrine system, and those mean inside and crines mean secretion. There are a lot of endocrine glands through our body, but the main function of them is to keep the body in homeostasis. They've done it by secreting what are known as hormones. You might have heard of some famous ones like insulin, thyroid hormones, adrenaline, and many like that. There are only two main types of hormones, known as protein hormones and steroid hormones, more than later. When some kind of stimuli disturb the steady state of our body, both from externally or internally, these glands notice them and secrete related hormones to compensate that action. Like insulin in high blood glucose levels, in contrast, glucagon in low blood glucose level. So they tend to play an important role in overall health of a person. So here is an overview of the functions of the endocrine glands through our body. Here are the common diseases and the doctors to treat them. So now as the food we eat is digested and the nutrients are getting inside of our blood, we use them to perform our daily activity. But there is one thing left to consider: the waste products. Those are needed to be excreted from our body as soon as possible. Thanks to our excretory system, the kidneys and the skin, which are doing the job in time. Although the kidneys are the main organs of this system, the skin also excretes waste in terms of sweat. Whether that is the waste from the nutrients, medicines, or alcohol, our kidneys need to filter them from our blood. And they do it at their functional unit called the nephron. The mechanism of a nephron is as simple as a filter, where the large particles like blood cells and proteins get stuck in blood, where the small ones like urea, ammonia are excreted through glomerulus, coil of porous blood capillaries. Besides filtration, nephron has a lot of other functions, more on them later. So these are the functions of the kidney. As you can see, they are doing a lot of work other than excreting waste. So these are the diseases and the doctors for the excretory system. So now, as we have described a lot of visceral organ system, they have to get enough oxygen and nutrients to function normally. Although it is our respiratory system that takes oxygen, the circulatory system provides it to all our organs. It contains many blood vessels and capillaries to deliver a lot of things to our body. The pump which moves the blood through these blood vessels is your heart. The heart has 4 chambers, known as 2 atria and 2 ventricles, with about 2 connected on each side, separated by a muscular wall from the other side. The right side of the heart contains the right atrium and the right ventricle connected by a valve. Right atrium being receives deoxygenated blood from the body, and it is the ventricle that pump it to the lungs for oxygenation. Oxygenated blood comes to the left atrium and is distributed to the body by the left ventricle on the left side of the body. There are 3 types of blood vessels known as arteries, veins, and capillaries. The place where arteries and veins connect is called a capillary bed formed by small blood vessels. In that way, the circulatory or cardiovascular system provides nutrients and other things needed for our body. Here are the functions of the circulatory system, as well as the diseases and the doctors to treat them. In the capillary bed, as the blood from the arterioles are migrating to venules, much of the water content are just left in the extravascular environment, as nothing can happen at 100% efficiency. but thanks to our lymphatic system, which has compensated this. Lymphatic vessels present at the capillary bed absorb those wasted water and put it back to the vein in our thorax. Without this, the body will lose so much water, and accumulating water can cause many damage. But this is not the only function of the lymphatic system. It helps absorb the large particles like fat and lipids from the intestines. It produces immune cells like WBCs in the lymph nodes present throughout the body, and many more like that. So here's the list of the lymph nodes present throughout our body. So these are the functions of the lymphatic system, as well as the diseases and the doctors. So as we finish almost all of our amazing body organs and systems, we will need to give them to the next generation. And that's where the reproductive systems comes. The DNA from the sperm of a male and the DNA from the egg or ovary of a female combine to reproduce a new individual with all of the systems that we just have the knowledge about. So now you get the knowledge of the whole living body system that you are made of. So thank you for watching this video, guys. If you like that, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel because more notified videos are coming up, and stay safe, stay healthy, and be ready to acquire knowledge.